Hi, I'm Steph from Creations by Steph MJ, and I'm just going to make an everyday table center. This cute little planter I came across in my findings. So I'm just going to do a cute little design here for you. So let's get started. So I have an oasis, a little bit of moss, low on moss, so we will work with that. So we're going to do some peonies, mix of greens, of course, and some orchids. So let's get started. Now in a table center, I would normally use my picker machine, but it is currently out of commission, so I gotta get that fixed. But I really enjoy using a mix of greens because, like I said in previous videos, that I enjoy the greens to be just as much as the focal as your focal. You always on a table center want to be able to remember when it is eye level. If it is sitting and you're at a table, you always want to make sure that you're not seeing the mechanical parts of anything, or your oasis isn't showing, your moss is covering up if you are using moss, but these are quite pretty. I love the color. Little kind of two-tone burgundy reddish. I wasn't sure if I should go Christmas with this one or just kind of have an everyday one that can kind of the in-betweens. You got your fall, which we already got snow, so it's almost gone, but you could add Christmas greens into this. It'd be quite cute. But we need those everyday ones too. And I like to mix my greens. When I'm doing a Christmas piece, I like to mix my greens. I want my Christmas greens with everyday greens as well. And I like to piece out my greens as much as I can. So if you find you have a bigger piece that you can splice it out a little bit just to get more out of the green. There's only writing on one side of this, so you kind of got to remember that when you're designing so that you can see. Obviously, if this is going to be on, say, an island, they're going to have, this will be the front. You want it all the way around as if the writing wasn't there, but make sure the front part is your prettier side. Now, I'd like to normally use the bricks of Oasis, but if you're in a pinch and you don't have those, a quick and easy way to kind of make them, you want to glue them into your pot as you can, but a stem through the two. So if you've got two sitting together, put that stem through, then it'll connect them a little bit easier, keeping them in place better. If it's doable. My glue bits everywhere. try to give your greens a little bit of movement there, so they're not just flat. You don't put your green in flat. You want to angle it, bend it, give it a little bit of movement, but flat like that on certain areas, just to break it up if you need it to, but for the most part you want it to have a little bit of flow movement there. Work a few of those guys in there. Let me know if there's something you want to see me try to design. I love a challenge. I love to do different stuff. Let me know. Make sure you're following my channel. I am new here on YouTube, and you can always follow my other page, Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. But I do try to do different stuff. I do try to, you know, there's a lot of wreath makers out there. There's a lot of designers that can do the same stuff. I try to be different. Now I keep all my scraps too. So as I pull that off and didn't want that little piece on there, I keep all that, and I will use those little pieces for magnets. Perfect thing. Switch in some. Mums here. Now the tones of this looking right now is very Christmassy, so I definitely could go into Christmas with this, but kind of the in-between, I'm thinking. And what's nice about it is as it sits and it doesn't sell as an in-between, then I would just add in Christmas. A little bit of Christmas greens, and there you go. Because these definitely are the tones that would go with it. And I think burgundy and browns, metallics, are going to be big this year for Christmas 2025. Oops. Thinking I had the other flower. Now these you could save. Now when you need an extension on something, these are always good for that. You never know. You could always save these pieces. One, two, three, four. Make sure you're filling in your gaps there. You'll hear my family out there because, of course, they don't listen. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think I need 2 more of those. And yes, it's looking very Christmassy to me. Which I was going to go that way, except for I wasn't sure about the farmer's market, so I think I will add in a little bit of Christmas greens and some berries in because I might as well now. Yeah, might as well, because that's definitely how it's looking. So, you know, you have a plan. Sometimes it doesn't always work. Has anybody started their designing into Christmas? I'm sure you have, because, you know, you have to be ahead of the game. I have some left over from last year, so that helps. I have these. I wish I had more of these. Berries? I don't think I do. One of those, more of those, more of those, but I don't have it, so. And what do you prefer doing wreaths, or are there some that would rather do arrangements? Because for me, I'm getting to the point, like, I stopped wreaths for a little bit here. I guess I needed a break, but then more recently, and I have in a while. One, two, three, four, 5. I don't know that I always obey the rule of, you know, some are 3, 6, 5, you know, whatever they go by. So you have to have so many for odd numbers, even numbers, however they do it. But I just do what my eye wants me to do. If it looks good in the end, that's what I want to do. This is how it's coming. Now, normally you'd want to work your wood into here, so I might go back and do, if I have them handy, I don't know that I do, my leaves would work in there nicely. One kind of up in here. Halloween's around the corner. I never ever make Halloween stuff, and this year I did, and I really hope I'm not stuck with it. So this is like a hint of Christmas greens. It's not overbearing. It's not like, it's just enough that it could be Christmas. Just a little bit. So we'll piece out our berries, because of course that's what I like to do. So again, splice it off where you think you need it. If you can't work with your pick, that's where I save these extra pieces for. Or skewers. Work nicely too. really need new cutters. That might be a Christmas present to me, from me. Some tape. I was going to say, I did not use all that forest tape. So grab your little chunk. Do a little twist. A little glue on the end. And I'll put in some berries. Break up your greens a bit. Put them where you feel the greens need to be broken up. And they look cute. This one's quite spiky, so I'm good. I don't need that. A little glue on the end. There. Now this is kind of a different little, it's pinky red, it will work. We're going to use it as a green. Some skewer bits, let's use those. It's kind of pink, but it's got that burgundy, it'll work with that. So it's just giving it another shape, another texture, a little sparkle, something different, which is okay. Still working as a green, kind of as a decoration, but yet it'll work. I will get my picker machine going here again here, hopefully soon. Little guy here. Wrap your wire around. Screw right on the end of my finger there. This one's going to go in the center, so we'll do two. Here. Shot that one across the room. That's always the fun part after, is finding the stuff that you shot. Usually you find it within your foot, but up in here. So you got a little pink hues in there, so it's going to pick up those pink hues out of here. We've got in here different tones of burgundy, dark light. It gives a little bit of a, and you want stuff hanging down over your box or your whatever you are using, your container. But you always try to work, if you can, your container color into, if it's possible. So obviously I don't have wood, but I do have some darker brown leaves, which I will work in after once I don't have them out here at the moment. But I will do that. I do have a little bit, 2 pieces of this sitting here, that'll work nicely too. And I do find some people will design, the rule of thumb used to be the size of your pot is how high your arrangement goes. But I don't know that that's a thing anymore. I really don't know. I think I just do what I want. If I'm wrong and people don't like it, then I guess they don't buy it. But that's just what I like to do. It is just nicer. I used to do, well, I still can. I haven't done fresh flowers in a long time, but I still can do it. But it's just nice wet. These you can, just easier to manipulate them and do what you want with them than trying to. Fresh doesn't always go they're a little bit stiffer to work with. And harder on the hands. Christmas greens are hard on the hands. So what I like to do too is I'll use regular greens, leaves, and go across. So if you're seeing a spot that's, you know, I will glue it to the top of the edge of my container. Just glue it up. It's sitting there, it's hiding, you can't see it. This is looking super cute. Not overly big, but enough that it's... Now if you had something like, you wanted textured something, Christmas balls or different, you could put in, but even just to bring this wood in, it wouldn't even be bad to do little balls of burlap. So I got like, or not burlap, but rope, jute. You know, do a jute little ball. So I just took a styrofoam ball, made the ball, wrapped the ball with the jute, and then did this little string of little pearly things, not pearls, but little beads across, just for a little, so that's super cute. Works with the colors as well. And it's another shape in there. It's another, not a different shape, but a different texture, different look, different, so that might work. Two of those? Yes, I do. Two different sizes. And just put a skew in the bottom of that. It's gonna make up a bunch of different ones too. Like you've got different, you can do the macrame string, should work good too, and just stick that guy in there. You could tape down the base of it with your florist tape, but not necessary. Good gap filler. Do the other one on the other side. So here's my front, and I want at different levels there. Oh, that's cute. Isn't that cute? So I would just finish this off with a little bit around the edging, like I said, with the leaves, and I might throw some bigger chunkier leaves in, but I do need a couple more of these, and then this is looking done. And a couple more berries as well. One there, one in the middle, one on this side. We got a berry on this side. That side, we need one over here. One right here, one right here. can piece that out. Then you can always cut off. If something's not right, you can always just cut that off. Hangs out too long or doesn't go the position that you thought you wanted it, just cut it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'm new here, so I watch you guys design all the time. Normally I'm in here just watching your videos, so it'd be great for you to watch mine. All right, I will finish off the leaves when I can get to them. And what do you think? Have a great day. Thanks for watching me, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you.